All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, about four and a half months to be exact. So long story short, the last video you guys saw, we were just kind of going over an update. I basically took the whole car apart, sent it back to my fabricator Jack. He did some more work on the firewall for me, as well as a couple other things, and I got the car back. And then I've just been putting the car back together. A lot of it was stuff I'd already filmed, so I wasn't going to go through the whole process again. But I got a lot done. So I'm going to give you a quick update on what I did. And then we're going to go through on what we're going to do today, which isn't much, but it's enough to get the car looking whole again. So for one, the engine's back in the car, so is the transmission. Carburetor's in. Everything finally clears the way it needs to. Fuel lines and fuel regulator, whole fuel system is plumbed. Engine harness is in, not completely done yet. Still got some grounds connected to the MSD. Gotta finish all that mess. Most of everything is hooked up. I'm waiting on a couple of hose clamps, and that should be done. On the inside, we got some interior in here. Carpet is back in. Dash is back in and mounted. You can thank Matt for that because I was actually gone. And then I got back seats. So back seats are in the car, all the trim panels. Now, it ain't pretty, but they do fit. So it's not perfect, but this isn't a perfect car. So I got a bunch of the interior put back together. Wires are ran. We're still working on mounting the shifter, so still quite a bit to do, but the car's getting actually very, very close. And I'm getting kind of excited. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna put the doors back on the car. As you guys know, I bought that silver Camaro. Car ended up being rough. Wasn't worth doing anything to it. So I took interior out of it that I wanted. I took the doors, and what ended up happening is I put the silver doors on my car and the doors didn't line up very well. Apparently, regardless of what forums say, there's actually a difference between doors on T-tops and hard tops. So found that out the hard way. So what I did is I did a full window swap, regulators and everything. So we went from electric window on my doors to manual windows. And it's pretty easy. There's actually two spots. There's an M and an E marked on these holes where the regulator goes. M for manual, E for electric. And luckily, the owners before me didn't screw up all the manual window holes. So manual, if you guys were curious, the manual regulators from a 97 4th gen actually fit perfectly into a O2 door. So got those done on both. Now I got working windows, which I didn't have before. And now we're gonna get the windows onto the car with some help from him.
This shouldn't be too much longer, and this thing should start up.
Yeah, I'm close.
After once the doors are on, everything else is kind of tidied up. He's gonna do stuff underneath the car. I'm gonna finish the wiring. We just gotta get the turn signals wired up. This should be everything that's for the turn signals, brake switch, and then the ignition panel and everything. We'll get that wired up. The front main harness will get wired in, then we'll tie the main harness in with the MSD, and then we'll wire in the fuel pump. And I mean that's pretty much there is to it. Then he's got to add fluids so he doesn't burn or dry. So it ain't much. He doesn't have much to do it. You guys just have to get on him and make him work on it because he never works on it. So.
Sorry guys, but yeah, we're getting close. Long story short, we're getting close. The car realistically could fire in a couple of days if I just spent all the time doing wiring. So I'm gonna set up the camera though. Let's get these doors mounted back on the car, and so I finally have some windows that roll up. So let's get working on that right now. Oh, gotta show you guys this. Look at these. Got the fresh rubbers on the billet specialties.
Always got to make sure you have fresh rubber. Right?
Always gotta have fresh rubber. I smashed my finger. Alright, let's see how it closes. Oh yeah, I need a lot of adjustment.
Better. No, the top's got a good alignment. Looks good, but the bottom's way off. Okay. There we go. Well, I mean, closes. Gap is much better. It's got a bigger gap up top, but you know, who's gonna look at that anyway? Manuel. Yeah. More bad fender gaps, so he'll probably have to get new fenders or something.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, these cars kind of suck.
Yeah, kind of.
Great.
So basically what the deal is down here on the rocker or the pinch weld, there's two bolts that hold the fender in, kind of helps you get the line of the fender in the door. And because it's fiberglass and people jack up on these when you really shouldn't, it broke these. That one was all on that side. This end was bent upwards and it snapped in half. So, I mean, these bolts really aren't doing anything. So there's no, alignment. So we'll probably have to, use some custom screws and get this thing secure. But other than that, I mean, the door doesn't really catch the fender or nothing. So he's not too worried about it right now. We're more worried about just getting this thing ready to go.
A couple of awkward door gaps ain't gonna keep the car from running and driving, so that's...
Yeah, I mean, it's got a gray hatch. Are you gonna paint that right now?
Not...
You might as well.
I probably could.
It's not even that windy.
Yeah, it's on my list of things to do.
Well, let's just do it now. Fuck it.
But I do want to get everyone's opinion on something. So, as some of you might know, if you've seen it already, I purchased these taillights, like, I don't know, middle of last year.
Almost right away when you bought the car.
Yeah, so purchased those because I was like, oh, I want some nicer taillights because I don't like the OEMs. Well, now I'm kind of thinking going back to the OEMs. So, what do you guys think? OEM taillights or the aftermarket ones? So let me know down in the comments what you guys think.
I think, this is me personally, I'd go with the aftermarkets, but I'd bring them to Colstees and have them lay like a tint over it.
Yeah.
Make it look nice. I mean,
kind of darken them up.
Yeah, I mean, you can get them as dark as the ones in my truck. That'll make it look better. Because, I mean, these are bright enough where, don't look at that. That's custom. But I mean, these are bright enough where it'll shine right through that tint.
Yeah, so, it's all LED, and like these are kind of nice. They almost seem kind of cheaper, but they're kind of nice because they just plug into the sockets and makes it kind of easy. So let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? These ones with some dark tint, or should we go OEM? Now we're a bodywork channel. We're gonna start doing bodywork on this channel.
Yeah, this is...
I mean, look at this. Matt already fixed his truck side.
Yeah, so
oh wait, hold on, I can't get it from the side. There we go. Now you can't. Okay, now you can still see it.
Quick body tip. All right, I've been working on bodies for a couple of years. Our uncle, fantastic body guy, really could fabricate. So he taught me this nice trick. If you perhaps do the tree back into custom design, you may get a little too much wrinkle here. So what you got to do is get a couple cold ones in you. And you get a nice couple, swings in her, smooths her right out. Body work of the day.
part 2 of
don't you
Walker's
just-
body.
Let's just put it in the same video.
Well, yeah. But the sanding was the first part. This is the second part. I actually have to paint now.
Well, this is primer.
Well, yeah.
I suppose primer is paint, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
All right, so I'm going to prime this real quick and give it a few minutes, and then we should be able to start laying some color. And I don't know how good this is going to match, seeing as the car's over 20 years old. And the paint I have is brand new, but it's the same. By the way, shout out to these guys, Automotive Group. They have the exact color for the car that matches this paint, and I seriously had it in like a week. And it came with an aerosol can, and I think the aerosol can and the clear coat was like $50. So
We'll see how good it matches.
we'll see how good it matches. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be perfect because it's an old paint.
It's either going to match really good or it's going to match really bad. And it could be one of the two things. It's because it doesn't match that good or because our prep work is shit.
Yeah, that too.
So
This could very well be like a 100-foot car, where it looks good from 100 feet until you get close and realize it looks like shit.
like mine.
Yeah, kind of. Except yours sounds really cool, so.
Okay, well, it's painted.
It's
And
not perfect. I don't care. I'm not looking for perfection.
it's, I mean, it ain't this, but it's close enough.
There's a lot of overspray.
Yeah.
We do some cutting and buffing.
Yeah. Nothing a little buff wheel and products won't take care of.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, he plans on wrapping it anyway, so if he fucks it up really bad, then
That just means I wrap it sooner.
right. So,
That's all that means.
so this is basically not the final, but the final of the final.
Well, that would be the final.
But it's not the final. It's the final of the final. It's not the final of the
the
final.
okay,
it's the
well-
final of the final.
It's the semi-final of the final.
I don't know. I'm lost. I lost myself.
I don't know. What's
Anyway, he's just gonna lay a couple more cans of clear. We already set
going on.
this.
Coats. That's a lot of clear if it's a couple more cans.
Couple more cans of clear. And we already put the wing on, and it's close enough.
Good enough. It's a 100-foot car.
Yeah. So yeah, he got the doors on, and then what's next?
Now that the doors are on and the trunk lid's almost done, it's literally just wiring. I'll get the drive shaft made in a couple of weeks. I mean, it's literally just finishing up the wiring at that point.
Brakes.
Yeah, I got to do brakes, but I mean, I don't need brakes on it to start it up at least. Which I have almost everything for the brakes anyway, so.
Fluids.
Yeah, fluids.
All right, so yeah, next video probably be not going to be electric because we're not filming any of that.
Well, we might film a little bit of.
Maybe
I mean,
it might be brakes, but the next video, I'm going to make sure that this dude, his next video better be this car started up. So
I'm hoping the next video is going to be hopefully a video of getting it fired up. It might be still a couple of weeks out from that point, but
should be like a week.
well, you're gonna be gone next weekend, and I'm not starting this thing without having you here to make sure that I don't fuck anything up.
He's a bitch. So anyway, go be incredibly aggressive and mean to him.
Roast me in the comments for my
Yeah.
paint job.
No, just be so mean that he has no choice but to work on it.
Oh yeah, that too.
So. It's your video and the fucker.
I gotta come. Okay, what's a good thing to say right now? Hold on. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Gosh. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching to the end if you did. And yeah, hopefully next video is us getting the car fired up. So until next time, see you later.